Hello, my name is Isabella Avelar.
And I'm Susan Cotti, and the Sensory Riding Circle is a program created by ourselves as well as Dahlia Abraham and Carly Alahanti under the supervision of Dr. Saeed Nafai. We are students from American International College in Springfield, Massachusetts, and we just want to say thank you to the Massachusetts Association for Occupational Therapy for having us today. So our program is called the Sensory Riding Circle. It is a sensory integration program that we created for Whispering Horse Therapeutic Riding Center, which is in East Longmeadow, Massachusetts. The program was started in 2002 by owner Patricia Bean. And it is a nonprofit organization that specializes in therapeutic horseback riding and hippotherapy for clients with a wide range of disabilities that come there to work on a lot of different goals, including fine and gross motor, sensory integration goals, as well as things that are on their IEP for schools. So Bella, if you want to go to the mission statement.
Yeah. So our mission statement, we wanted to make sure that our program would establish a fun and interactive environment for all clients with various disabilities and sensory processing, as well as modulation needs. So this program aims to increase sensory integration techniques through therapeutic horseback riding and hippotherapy techniques. The program will have a variety of activities that are inclusive to all population. The Sensory Riding Circle will assist clients in gaining occupational independence and reaching their therapeutic goals involving sensory and motor functioning.
So when we talked to Pat Bean, she had expressed an interest in adding more sensory integration into her existing program, which does focus on a lot of body mechanics with primarily children. So the problem statement we created was, although there are many existing benefits to therapeutic riding and hippotherapy at Whispering Horse Therapeutic Riding Center, there is an expressed need for enhancement of sensory integration during sessions. Participants of this program have a variety of needs and abilities, and it is important that their unique goals are addressed. Adding sensory activity stations in a sensory trail format allows for increased customizable and beneficial therapeutic riding experiences. So the program elements that we came up with, we tried to create different stations for the clients to do their regular riding session, which is a 20-minute riding session on the horse with an additional 10 minutes afterwards for grooming the horse and giving the horse treats. So our program primarily focuses on that 20 to 25 minutes that the client is on the horse riding. And at the facility, there is a fenced-in riding area where the participants ride their horse, and they are on a 3-to-1. So there is a volunteer that leads the horse, somebody that is the therapist to the left side of the horse with the client, and then another volunteer on the right side of the horse with the client. Every client wears a helmet and a safety belt, and all of the volunteers are trained in safety procedures for riding. So taking all of that, we created these program elements to focus on sensory integration into what the clients are already working on. So the program elements for the Sensory Riding Circle will include 4 play-based sensory stations with activities focusing on sensory integration for proprioception, vestibular, tactile, visual, and auditory input. So the first station, we call it the I Spy board. Basically, it would be a large board with different pictures on it that can be rearranged. They're different colors, have different recognizable either characters or objects for clients to see. And as they are riding, they can interact with their therapist to point out different pictures along the way and see them. The second station would be the basketball hoop. And this would include a bucket of sensory toys or sensory balls for the client to hold, and they can try to get it through the hoop or even just hold them as they ride around the circle, really giving that tactile input for them. And the next station would be the music station. We would do this by putting in a large xylophone that is the horses can walk up to, and the clients can hold the baton and make different noises on different tubes. And then the last station would be our chalkboard drawing station. And this would really be a free play station where the clients could use chalk or sponges with water and anything to make marks on the board. And this could go along with a child's IEP if they're working on handwriting or any kind of visual and tactile sensory input for visual motor skills. So these 4 stations really focus on visual perception, visual acuity, visual discrimination, tactile input, and auditory discrimination is trying to be encompassed in all of these stations.
So based on our program elements, we came up with 3 goals. So our first goal, we wrote that staff members will work with clients to achieve their individual goals and increase independence through therapeutic writing. And the objective for this goal, we had 60% of clients will fully achieve their individual goals within 10 sessions. For our second goal, we had 75% of clients will participate in sensory writing circle to facilitate increased sensory stimulation to regular therapeutic writing sessions. And the objects for this, we had client will complete 3 out of 5 sensory station in a 30-minute therapeutic writing session with 75% accuracy in 3 sessions. And then our last goal, we had the sensory writing circle will incorporate a range of sensory stations to benefit a larger and more diverse population. And we had staff members will be trained to implement and propose sensory station, which will incorporate 4 out of 5 senses within 1 month of opening the sensory writing circle. So based on our outcomes with our program, we wanted to make sure that the occupational therapy practitioners can provide and apply the evidence-based knowledge of sensory integration and processing to the program as an addition to the sensory stimulation that the hypnotherapy and the therapeutic writing provides, as well as the sensory techniques based on the goals in each individual client. So with the Whispering Horse Therapeutic Writing Center, this would benefit from a sensory inclusive program like a sensory writing circle to create opportunities for more dynamic therapeutic writing sessions and to offer a variety of sensory engagement opportunities that are accessible for clients of all limitation and disabilities.
Okay, so overall, we created this program, the Sensory Riding Circle, as a way to complement the existing program at Whispering Horse Therapeutic Riding Center. We really tried to make the elements of each station of the Sensory Riding Circle have the ability to be graded based on clients' needs and abilities. We also looked at cost and the most cost-effective way that these stations could be built so that since it is an outdoor setting, that due to weather or something breaking from overuse, it wouldn't be too costly to replace and to add more as the program develops. I also wanted to mention that a lot of this program is run by volunteers that have a lot of experience with horseback riding and working with clients with disabilities, but also the addition of occupational therapists, practitioners who are so specialized in topics of sensory integration and fine and gross motor development that they would just fit right in to this already existing program. So we really want to say thank you also to Pat Bean for allowing us to create this program for Whispering Horse Therapeutic Riding Center. It's been really fun to do. Also, for the end of this video, please check out our references and our PowerPoint slide that we included if you want to see more details. And definitely feel free to reach out to us to ask any questions or to get any other information about sensory integration with therapeutic riding. Thank you so much.
Thank you.